Ryan Reynolds, a lot is riding on this movie, buddy. A lot. Safe House stars Denzel Washington and Ryan Reynolds, and as I said in my opening, this is a movie that is very big for Ryan Reynolds because he really didn't have the best 2011. Last year was not a good year for him for movies. Safe House is about this guy, Ryan Reynolds. He's a housekeeper of this safe house. It's a place where they can house criminals who are being transported somewhere or something, and he runs into Denzel Washington. Now, Denzel Washington in this movie is one of the most feared criminals in the entire world, and Ryan Reynolds is just the guy who answers the phones all day in this place alone without any help. And there's this huge ambush that happens, and Ryan Reynolds is the only person left alive. And he's then forced to be the one guy who protects Denzel Washington and transports him to some sort of prison because Denzel's carrying this very sensitive piece of information that we're not really sure what it's about. Ryan Reynolds tends to overact a little bit in the emotional scenes. He gets really really in the heat of the moment and everything. Sometimes that works in movies, but sometimes when you watch an actor just hyperventilating, it's like, okay, they wouldn't really do that in real life. But I'm going to give him credit because I think for the most part he was really good in this movie. Denzel Washington is Denzel Washington. You're not going to go to a movie and watch a two-time Academy Award winner stink up the place. Denzel Washington is a class act. He is always good in movies, and he is very good here. And there's this great shot in the movie where he's just walking and he sees this one guy who's after him, and he just goes and just keeps walking. His character is very entertaining. I like Denzel a lot in this movie. This is an okay film. It's not a great movie. It's very much a retread of things we've seen before. The filmmaking style is incredibly reminiscent of the Bourne movies. It cuts from intense CIA discussions in computer operating rooms to the action. The movie's directed in a very shaky cam style, but not incomprehensibly. You can tell what's going on. The style the director of this movie took is a style that has worked for the Bourne films and films like Taken, but here it just felt like the same old news, and it just seemed like a copy of something we've seen before. There's a surprising amount of well choreographed action, good fight scenes, good car chases. It's an entertaining movie, but the fact is it seems like they were trying to mask poor storytelling with action. As soon as a scene would get to a point where you feel like there are unanswerable questions, like a gun would go off or something, or a car would crash, and you have to, okay, we're in an action scene now. We've seen a story like this before. It's acted with charisma by its two leads. It seems like it's directed by a director who hasn't really found his own style yet and is trying to emulate previous successes. But to be honest, I didn't mind watching this movie. I enjoyed myself for the most part. It's not a terrible film. It's not a great film. It's a good rental. I don't really think it's necessary to see in theaters. It's kind of in the middle for me, but I'm gonna give it a B-. I was fighting between a C+ and a B-, but the fact of the matter is I enjoyed watching the movie for the most part, so B- for Safe House. I'd like to know, what is your favorite Denzel Washington movie? The guy has made a lot of great films, and he is awesome. He's just Denzel Washington, man. If you like this review, you can subscribe to my channel and get Stuckmann.